Oh, because they on their best behaviors.
Welcome to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. Today we're talking about 5 signs your mate may be gay. And Neo has baby mama drama. Quavo his back. Jeezy and Trump in the news. And guess what? We got Elise Neal in the building. Yeah. So we'll be right back. You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Come on, show me what you're talking about.
Welcome back to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson, and give it up for my co-host Angelica Jelly Woods.
Jelly Woods. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Where
Where'd they go?
DJ.
Man.
God.
And Elise.
Okay.
Elise.
DJ Kojak in the building. Give it up for DJ Kojak.
I'm in here.
Kojak, scratch it up 4 times. DJ Kojak in the building.
You know it.
And
you know
we
it. You
got
know it.
Elise Neal in the building. Give it up for Elise Neal.
That was being shady trying to
They
introduce
back.
me wasn't on the camera, but it's okay.
They back.
Hey, Angelica, welcome
Don't
to
be
the show.
shady, okay? We had a women emergency, so we need to make sure we together.
Thank you,
Welcome
girl.
to the show.
Appreciate it.
There's some bonding taking place
Yes.
already in here. DJ Kojak. Kojak, what we gonna do today, man? We might be outnumbered today.
No,
Just
listen,
might be.
y'all, they
It
on
just
they're
might
on y'all
be.
best behavior. They quiet, tiptoeing around. They even say yes, ma'am to me. I was like, God, can we come here every week?
Hey, DJ Kojak, you know, I was at home getting ready, right?
Yeah.
I said, Elise Neal's coming. Elise Neal's coming. I said, Miss Seeley, give me my suit.
Look at my good suit.
Give me my good suit. Right.
You put you on some nice cologne.
Put me
too?
on some nice cologne, shave. We got Elise
Shave.
Neal in the building. We got Royalty. Give it
big.
up for her. We
That's
love you.
big
We're
right
happy to have you.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so look, so I want to welcome Elise to the capital of Memphis, Raleigh 38128.
She said she didn't know where we was at, y'all. She asked me.
Yeah, it's a little far. It's a little far out. It's a little far out, people. It's a little
No,
far
she
out.
got me when she said, "You mean this little house, right?"
Right, yeah, she got
She called your building a house.
right.
See, now you guys are telling on yourselves. These are things I did not say on air. But y'all are talking about your
care.
own property in this moment.
Right. So Angelica, you and Elise, y'all were having a moment. Y'all disappeared right when the show started. What was going on?
We gotta make sure stuff right. You know, it's good if you see somebody else, something need to be hit. You gotta
Like I
just
said, thank
tell
you,
me.
sis. Yes.
Yeah,
Something out of place, we gotta
Get
look out for
together,
each
yeah.
other.
I told Lisa I brought me some lashes on today. I knew she was gonna be cute. I had some lashes on. I was ready.
Right, I'm telling you, Angelica got her denim and jeans on.
Denim
Elise got her
and-
sundress season with Elise.
We got the same
Came
Hot
in
color
here
outside.
on.
popping, bam,
Yeah.
bam, bam. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, DJ Kojak, man, I think it's complicated being a woman, man. What you think?
Man, it's a lot. It's a lot. They got the little
I think
bags
it's
with 'em.
interesting that men are telling women how we are.
Is that one sign that you're gay? Is that what we're gonna get to?
Well, thank you for that transition. Look,
Oh, my goodness.
Look,
I thought shade. Look,
how she-
I was talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
hey, hey, Kojak, how she just honcho the transition.
real quick.
Kojak, let's try it again, Kojak. So, DJ
you on
Kojak,
purpose?
it's really complicated. It looks like it's complicated being a woman. What you think?
It looks.
And I'm still going to say the same thing. It's men trying to tell women what's complicated about us. And that is not
Don't
cool.
get
Well,
the content
You need to ask a lady if it's what is complicated about being a woman, if we agree with that. It may be different from being a gentleman, but we do have different needs, just like you guys have different needs.
They got a lot of needs.
I mean, we all have our different needs. I try not to judge anyone.
Right.
I've been a gypsy a lot of my life, being a free spirit dancer, singer, not being
Right.
controlled by anything. I make my own decisions in my career, but when it comes to men and women, we are not the same. You can say that,
Oh,
but
definitely
we
not.
all have
Look at
different
that.
needs. We have
You
different
know,
needs.
we're just fluff and go, and
Okay.
so
No,
the
that is
complication
incorrect.
comes when
No, they're not.
That is
you know,
incorrect.
with the whole makeup thing.
That is
the
incorrect.
heel.
That
Sometimes
is
men take
incorrect.
longer than women.
That is incorrect.
Well, speaking of, since you're gonna let me actually segue into that,
That's
then
transition.
Now, look, so 5 things
Mm-hmm.
that your mate may be gay and you don't know. Give me one.
I
Angelica.
told you one. If they sit on the toilet to pee, I personally, yes, get Elise face. Thank you. See, she gonna get all the face from me. I personally know someone who baby dad sits and pees on the toilet. Not 1 and 2, because you asked that. They pee on the toilet.
You know that's getting clipped. You know that's
It's
gonna
true.
be clipped.
I'm
That's
not
gonna be-
lying. I
Look at
promise.
Elise.
He sits to pee, and I said, "Girl, he is gay." I'm sorry. Who sits and pee?
Well, I told you it's complicated. You know, so it's
Why
complicated.
nobody
DJ
got nothing to
Kojak.
say? Look at this.
DJ Kojak. 5 signs that your mate may be
Well,
gay
one
and
sign.
not telling you.
One sign if your mate want to have sex with a
Oh.
dude.
What?
Well,
in the world?
we're
Okay,
talking about
now-
a dude. We're talking about a guy.
If the dude want to have sex with a dude, then that's a sign.
Well, that's a
that he-
telltale
That's a
sign.
clear sign.
that
Talking about the
motherfucker.
hidden.
Can we have a
That
womp
motherfucker-
womp? Can we have a
Right.
womp?
DJ
really?
Kojak. At least you want to answer that.
I am not getting in this conversation.
Okay. Oh, look, want you to take
Your
that off.
PR.
I am not getting in this conversation.
So here, and we're not knocking anyone. We're talking about people that do not disclose
Oh, yeah.
to their mate that they're gay, but they are showing the signs that they are gay.
I could say take a little long to get dressed. Like you shouldn't take longer than me.
It may just be pretty and complicated.
Okay, you could. If
What-
you
what
more
about it,
invested in
Elise?
your friends. I
You're
mean,
you're not gonna get me to
Right.
be able to talk on this
Okay,
conversation.
okay.
listen, the
You can
same-
try as you must.
Listen,
Right.
the same person I talk about was crying over a friendship with another man.
Yeah.
Crying. It's okay for men to cry. I'm not saying that's bad, but you real invested in your friend like that? Like
You know, another sign may be the type of items that they bring to the bedroom.
okay,
Yeah,
well,
you
you
know,
going all the way
so-
left.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, you know, it may be a sign if they bring in certain items to, you know, when they're being intimate and they bring in, you know, the equipment that would be make it questionable.
But some people don't count that as gay. They think sometimes they say there's one encounter that doesn't make you gay.
What? Oh, wait, she
That
went
is
there.
that is
Oh,
an
wow.
argument. Look at you.
Wow.
You think I said that? She can show her face. That's a legit argument. I'm not saying me, but people say like, or if you,
They get diddy box.
what happens?
Oh,
Yeah, that's not counted as gay. Or if you're in prison, they feel like you're not. It's just you're just being situational or surviving. Then no, I don't know where.
well, this is Angelica show. You got this one, Angelica.
You get what I'm saying? See, she said 3. So that's worse.
He said what?
You get 3.
As a person who's been in the entertainment business for
Uh-oh,
a
there we
whole
go.
long time,
Bring up my lean.
all I'm gonna say is, you know, love who you want to love and be happy with that. You know, I've started off in this business as a dancer doing musicals in New York City, and we would talk about late 80s. So especially in the late 80s, you know, it's a lot of people who I work with who did not want to come out and say whatever they were. And I am glad to see that I've lived long enough that people who do want to have alternative lifestyles are, a lot of them are way more comfortable in their own skin. A lot of people are happy to be gay, straight, or whatever they want to. But that is what makes me happy. As a person who used to work with different men who did not even want to say that they were homosexual, I just like where we are with people's sexuality. That's what I will add.
But
to
you know,
this
and
conversation.
there's nothing wrong with that, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. You know,
Yes.
the issue is when they're not being honest with their mate.
Exactly.
And so that's who we're talking about.
Right.
You know, people that are not being honest, but you know, you're seeing these signs of that, you know, hey, that make you ask the question or question yourself. You know, what's going on with that individual.
But we're just trained to ignore signs for some reason anyways. We ignore red flags because sometimes even with the sit and pee, I told that girl, I said, listen, it's going to come out. God let you dodge that bullet.
I mean, he could have been lazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah. But
He didn't want to stand up at least.
That's all I got.
yeah, I'm just saying,
But you know, when you think about all the stuff that's in the news, you know, with Diddy and all of this stuff that's going on, you know, especially, hey, come on, Hollywood, you know,
she ain't coming. She said she ain't coming.
you know, but
I got you.
let me ask you this, you know, let me ask you this, when you think about how much does Hollywood change people once they get to Hollywood?
everybody's personality is different, right? And so it depends on the personality. I've met some of the. I'll give some examples. I've met some of the most amazing superstars that I had not met. Easy example. Back when I just mentioned I was dancing for a living, doing musicals and whatnot, and living in New York City. One of the first celebrities I met was Tom Cruise. I was doing a music video for Kwame,
Kwame.
That's my
Polka
guy.
dot.
Mr.
God.
Polka Dot, and I choreographed one of his music videos, and we got asked to go to the Arsenio Hall show. My first time in LA was actually to do that, and so we were sitting in the dressing room with all, in the waiting room. And at the end of the day, we walk in. I'm like, oh my God, that is. And now we're talking like a long time ago.
Right.
When Tom Cruise, he's still the man, but he was like the guy in Hollywood. And he was so nice to us. He was so sweet to us. He came and spoke to all of us. He's just super, super cool. Asked us what we were doing there, what y'all getting ready to do. Just a great spirit. And then you meet those others that are not that. But my point is, you'd be surprised. Like, he was like the ultimate star. That's like right after Top Gun and all that stuff. And he was just the nicest person I'd ever met in Hollywood at the time. This is before I was even in Hollywood. And then you have people who, take themselves too seriously. And there's a lot of people also who, again, we're in a social media world. So a lot of people feel like, being arrogant, being extra, having a lot of people around them is like, it's a boost of their confidence and makes them sells the I'm a star thing more than just being who they are. So you got a mix of people who have not changed, people who have changed, people who just putting on airs. A lot of people are personas, and a lot of people think what people say, think what people do is them, but it's not them.
Yeah. So were you taller than Tom Cruise?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay.
Because I'm short, so I don't remember.
Tom, they say Tom Cruise.
He probably was taller than me.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are taller than me, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
No, look at Kojak next
Hey.
to you now. Y'all might,
Oh,
she didn't want to look
She
up.
don't
She's
even want to
like,
look over there. Go on,
it's
turn
okay.
left. Go on and look
Okay, I
left.
look
Go
all
on
the
and
time.
look left.
Okay, I'm
Do it.
sorry.
Any- Put it by.
I'm doing
Any
my
shot
best.
y'all giving is gonna be two. Y'all giving it to
Look
each
at
other.
that.
You
Hold
see how
on
they,
now.
you see how they, you
I
see-
have
you
no
see what they
part-
doing.
Sorry, Kojak. I'm just joking, y'all.
Wait a minute. What we got?
Yes.
Is that exactly just walked in the building with some?
Exactly.
Is that with some catfish? Catfish or chicken? What we got there? Bring it over here. Let us see it.
Actually have both today.
Oh, okay. Bring that over here. Let me see that. Let me put that in the shot.
Hello, I have our hot thighs and fries.
Ooh, hot
Hot
thighs
thighs.
and fries, baby. You couldn't ask for better. Oh, that looks good. Let me see that.
Slow and our hot sauce.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all, that's exactly.
She not in
what's
the shot?
Come on over here in the shot real quick.
Scoot over.
Yeah. Give them that address.
Hi, we're at 1248 Marlin Road, located in the heart of Whitehaven, behind Methodist South and down the street from Graceland Manor. We would love to have you. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we just reopened on Friday and Saturday evenings from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. to come out and have jazz music with us, a live band. We had a violinist last week, and we also have our famous new menu for Friday and Saturday evenings. I won't spoil the surprise, but come on in and try some turkey legs.
And you might not remember, but I mentioned I came over there for brunch with Carly, my attorney, Carly McCullough.
You did.
Yeah, we had brunch, and you let us do mimosas, bring our own mimosas that time. So you remember that?
Have hours now.
All right, we'll
Is
take
they
it.
strong?
Thank y'all. Give it exactly in the building.
Exactly.
At least
Yeah.
you eat chicken and do you eat fish?
I do eat fish.
Okay, the best fried
There you
fish.
go.
Okay.
That's a commercial. That's a commercial now.
Yep.
Come
I
on.
always say that.
Come on now.
The
Hey,
best
thank
fish.
you. Thank you so much, too. We appreciate you.
Thank
we
you,
love,
Miss
thank
Jack.
you.
The
Thank you.
best fried fish, and that's
Right.
Get her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am gonna get it, but back to thank you again, thank you. Back to Hollywood though. So
Yeah.
so I look at it like some of the individuals that get elected also. Same thing in politics. They come in one way, but by the time they leave, in a lot of cases, in a lot of cases, they really gravitate to that right, and where the extremism is, and a lot of them also how it works. People grow up, may have been the person in high school that wasn't so popular. Then they get this, this election or the badge,
Exactly.
and then they all of a sudden, or join a frat or a sorority, then there's somebody now.
And at the end of the day, it's everybody's different and everybody's personality. And some people need that validation and need that attention to feel strong and positive, and some people like myself, I don't need all of that validation. I'm confident and happy with who I am, and maybe that has to play into the fact that I've always been in entertainment, and I've always, sang and danced, and I've gotten applause since the age I was like 7 doing dance recitals. So I don't need extra applause. I've been told that I was good and talented since I was like 7. So
profound.
you know what I'm saying? So
What I
I'm a
mean.
grown woman with a lot of confidence that was instilled in me with my family,
Right.
with my talent at an early age. Everybody doesn't get that.
Yeah.
And so when they finally get a trophy, or they finally get a badge, or they finally get into Hollywood, they're going to bring all of those things out, because it's not, their confidence is not within them.
That validation.
Their
Some
validation, they
need
need that.
validation.
Yes.
Not
Right.
used to it.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing. She got it when she was younger, and they're not used to
Right.
getting that.
That part.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. And so at least you started out dancing, right?
Yeah.
You started out as a dancer,
Man.
right?
Sure did.
You went- now,
Amazing, amazing.
Now I know you didn't grow up in the capital of Memphis in Raleigh, but you did. You did grow up in
Hot
Memphis,
mess.
right?
I know, he
And,
gonna make it a
and you
capital.
went to Overton
Okay,
High
yes.
School. Let's
So,
talk about that.
all right.
Talk
So
about them roots.
at the end of the day, I started at Haven. I can tell the story. I started at Haven View Junior High. And then I was a cheerleader in the Haven View, the head cheerleader in Haven View when I was there. Then I went to Overton High School. Shout out to my alma mater of Overton High School.
Shout out. to
Yeah.
Overton
I was
High
the
School.
head cheerleader of Overton High School. I was also voted most talented. I have always wanted to be in entertainment, and getting a full scholarship out of Overton High School as a performer really just started my journey. And I wasn't afraid to get on a plane and go to Philadelphia to pursue my dream. I think a lot of people feel like it's not possible for them because they are from a city like Memphis. And I really believe that anyone with talent can make anything happen, especially now. You got the internet, you got YouTube. You look at a Justin Bieber who utilizes YouTube and then met Usher, and now he's amazing. And look at other people who do a lot of YouTube and a lot of content creators. You even got Cardi B, who was famous before Love and Hip Hop. You guys have all of these technical things that you can do to pull out your talent. You just had luck. We just had luck
Right.
and a prayer, and hopefully we believed in
Right,
ourselves.
right. Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like it's something that is really important to me for young people to understand that talent that you have can make you money and give you a career. And after I got out of college, I moved to New York City, and then I started doing musicals and all types of industrials. And I've done Sophisticated Ladies. I've done so many different things. I have 4 passports from all this countries I've been in
up.
as a musical theater performer, and I worked a lot with Maurice Hines, God rest his soul, just passed away about a month ago. And I did a lot of tap jazz shows with him. Then ended up doing a commercial workshop because a lot of my dancer friends were moving into commercials, and I was like, oh, you guys are making a lot of money. Okay. So then I took a commercial workshop and cut to 50 commercials later from doing that. I decided to go to LA for the summer because a couple of my friends were going out to LA. I said, okay, I'll go out there. Then I started taking acting classes when I went out there for the summer. Ended up getting a job while I was out there in LA that ended up being a soap opera that brought me back to New York. So then my first job was a 1-year contract on a soap opera called Loving.
Love it.
Yes, way back in the day.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Lisa, I have a question. Like,
I'm
it's
listening.
everything that sounds so like on track, but is there ever a point that you felt like you just wasn't going to make it? You had.
I'll say this, especially not then, because it was all happening. I had an agent, and so I was there and I was doing touring companies back to back to back to back to back. And I think what happens, especially with that part of entertainment, being a dancer in that way in Broadway, it's just people, choreographers, and they just keep hiring you. So I was just getting a lot of shows, and honestly, touring is like almost a year of your life. So you're out there for a year, then I would get another job and go out for a year or whatever. And it's also the circle. I encourage people to have friends, and I did this, and we haven't gotten there yet, but I'll talk about my masterclass. Encourage people to have friends that do what you do, because one is not only going to push you and help you if you need a scene partner. You want to say, hey, listen to this. What is it? You know, it's somebody in your circle that is on the same journey that you are on. You can't have people who are all just, you know, not doing this, and you don't have anybody to talk to about it. You don't have anybody that's going to help you and navigate this with you. So I encourage people to have people that's in their circle. That's
You know, some people unfortunately will see having people in their circle that do the same thing as competition.
yeah, you can't do that.
Right.
You
yeah.
can't do
Yeah.
that because you're losing out on having someone to be beside you in the journey. But you do have to find the right people. You're right about that. But you know, you can't be that shut off that you don't have anybody, because then you got to listen. My mom was a nurse. My dad was a construction worker. Could they tell me and help me with this? Not really. I need people around me that do exactly what I do, so we can get into it and understand it together.
You need a network.
Yeah, you definitely need a
and
network.
You need a team. I mean, you know, I ran for office the first time, and lost my first race. It wasn't until I put a team around me that I won my first race. And then we, you know, now the network is a lot larger than what it was.
Exactly. Then you can expand.
Right. Yeah. That's an incredible story. You know, and first let me publicly say we are incredibly proud of you,
Man.
sister.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. You know, that's amazing. You know, especially, you know, the way you represented us, represented the M, and especially the capital of Memphis here in Raleigh.
Oh gosh.
You know, when you've gone on to do.
Oh my God.
Let me ask this though.
Yes,
Let me ask
please
this
ask the question.
before we wrap this segment up. You know, so what was the either the opportunity or the film or television show that made you feel like, okay, I'm here now, I've made it, or
You know,
I've gotten there.
See, again, that's, you know, I've been blessed with 2 different careers, so
Right, which is rare, right?
You know what I'm
Which
saying?
is rare too.
Yes,
well, you know, I think at the end of the day, it's like, again, I already had the confidence, so I didn't come into it not feeling like I could do it. But the thing that made me feel like I had made it in terms of an actress was booking Rosewood.
Yeah, we was
You know,
talking about it earlier.
You know,
Because we all love Rosewood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because a lot of people, you know, obviously auditioned for it, and that was really a big project. You know, rest in peace. A lot of my people have passed away. John Singleton, who was my mentor and really a really close friend of mine, such an amazing person, and he just loved films. He just loved everything about filmmaking. He's just a joy to work with. He really was. But yeah, I auditioned like 5 times for it. You know, I was
still made you work for it.
well,
Yeah,
because I was very new to the industry when I booked it, and you know, it was a Warner Brothers movie, and you know, they didn't know who I was.
Right.
And I think for me, it's always been like, if he's believing in me, it made me believe in myself even more. But I did. I had to keep putting that thing on tape. I don't know how many times, and then I had a screen test with Ving Rhames, and then after that, I got it.
That is awesome, man.
Yeah.
Give it up. Hey, look, so when we come back, we're going to ask at least Neil about Black women being paid in Hollywood. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
We're going to try to keep her from running off. You're watching the Antonio Parkinson
We'll see.
Project. Welcome back to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. I got my lovely, lovely co-host. She's actually in her spot this time. Angelica Jelly Woods. Give it up for her. Yeah.
That fish.
Yep. She's over there eating and snacking and.
So at least somebody over here judge me now because I'm hungry.
Right, you were. You ain't eating for two over there, are you?
Nah.
Oh, okay. I just thought I'd ask. I'm just.
Oh,
I'm,
God,
not
really?
there's anything wrong with that. DJ Kojak, scratch it up 4 times.
Bam, bam,
DJ
bam.
Kojak is in the building. and now, give it up for our wonderful guest, Elise Neal, in the building. Now, at least you did hear that scratch, didn't you?
Yes.
Answer. No, thank you. Very good.
That's all I got.
She just
That's her creativity.
she's part of the family. She just merges right on in. You know, she's been prepared for this moment, y'all. This is a big moment for her. This is her break. Being on the Antonio Parkinson Project.
She said you don't took it too far.
Look, so our resident bartender, 2 Chicks in a Bottle. Shout out to 2 Chicks in a Bottle. Y'all give them a shout out. Give them a round of applause.
Yeah.
Nadia is in the building. Nadia, you didn't want to bring your mama in? No. Nadia's mama is gorgeous. Right, and Nadia would not bring her mama around for whatever reason, but she did make these. Look, Nadia disappeared. She did make these drinks for us. What do we call this? What is it called?
I have Mountain Dew. I don't have that.
Mountain Dew. Oh, this is Mountain Dew.
Mm-hmm. I have Mountain Dew.
Oh, and bring them out. Bring them out. Bring them out. Okay, all right.
Bring them out.
Yeah. Elise will not hold up a Mountain Dew, so we're gonna hold it up for Elise. There you go. Yeah.
Why you putting me in stuff? Minding my business.
That's what happens, right, when you come to the Capitol.
I mean, you want me to hold a product? I mean, where's my check?
Right, I know that's right.
Come on now.
I know that's right.
industry.
Like
That's
I
the
said,
industry.
I know
That's
the industry.
baby.
Don't be playing with me.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that's right. That's
About
right.
10,
And look,
10K a check.
10K
Okay.
check. I'm with you.
Endorsement fees.
Endorsement fee. I'm with you. I'm all the way with you.
I
You
ain't
know,
charging them.
I just want to be
Don't
a
make me
manager.
drink my mouth. You gonna get fired.
Oh man, that is hilarious. So you know we obviously you put a lot of work into this, right? And to get to where you're going. Let me before we go into what we said we were going to go into when we came out of the break is what advice if you got give me 3 things that you want to give to somebody that would love to be in the business. 3 important pieces of advice that you would give them.
Study your craft. And by study, I mean ask Google, ask YouTube, look at videos. If you're trying to be an actor, so I guess that's what we're talking about. You're trying to be an actor or actress, study your craft. It is so much easier for you guys to get all of the information you need. Number 2 is get with an acting coach. And that's also online, which we could not do that back in the day. So you can get online and get some studies. And number 3 is believe in yourself and do not listen to someone who tells you it's impossible. Because I see a lot of people and talk to a lot of the people in my class. Again, we're going to get there. Who really just had a lot of stories about they listened to people tell them that it wasn't possible. And then they just made a whole different decision in life. And they're now at that point where they're still wishing they would have just followed their heart. You know?
Is it let me ask this question.
Yeah.
Is it harder nowadays? Because a long time ago you just had your circle to judge you. Now online you got a whole nation to judging you on
absolutely.
what you do. So
But that's why
that's
what I'll say this. That's a great question. But at the end of the day, that's why I always go with believe in yourself. Because if you believe in yourself, you're not going to get on the internet and let a stranger tell you
that.
about your goal. I'll say it again. You're not going to let a stranger tell you about your own God-given talent, what you feel in your heart that you can do. And again, we all have family and friends or loved ones who will be like, why you want to do that or whatever. But you have to just be like, this is what I want to do. And, get it together and do it. Like I say it all the time. I am the perfect person. I had a mom who was a nurse and a dad who was a construction worker. And we ain't know nothing about nothing. Okay. But I figured it out. I followed my dream and got with a core group of people who showed me what to do. And, you can make it happen. But you have to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself and everybody's telling you negative stuff, you're just going to feed into that and possibly not go for it. You got to believe in yourself.
You are incredibly inspirational. I would say that, and honestly,
Thank you.
I think an incredible light to a lot of people that need to hear this.
Thank you.
And while we may laugh and joke and trip on the Antonio Parkinson Project, this is what we do, right? But you're going to get educated when you come to the show, and what you're doing is you are really, really educating a lot of people and inspiring another generation, which is what these generations need. But Hollywood is, and go ahead. You were about to say something.
Well, I was going to say, I know if you wanted me to do it now, I was going to talk about my Elise Neal
That's a
Masterclass.
good segue.
So, okay, perfect.
Jump on in there.
What I just created for everyone who's listening is an Elise Neal Masterclass called Lights, Camera, Action, which I thought was the best name for it because I want you to be active. And, so I put together this thing, Lights, Camera, Action. It was a masterclass to teach them from the beginning to what to do, that ended up also with the headshots and everything. So, I had this class at Spotlight Studios last Saturday. We sold it out. I was so grateful because what it showed me is people want to get the information to have a career in this business. And then they're all in my DMs all the time. Like, what can I do? But I was like, they actually did the investment because that's where it starts. And, my mom had to invest in my tap shoes. What I'm saying? We had to do what we had to do. But when I see people do that, I'm like, this is the right time. This is the right goal. And we literally we had it all on a PowerPoint presentation on a big screen behind me. It was like, this is how you start. This is how you learn your lines. This is what you do now to prepare to learn the lines. How do you break down words? How do you do all of that? I had them do an actual scene in class. I let every single person that was there get a turn to do a class so I could critique them on how they were doing it, so they could really feel like they got that from me, from my heart. And then after that, the last hour was just about how do you get an agent? Who's doing your headshots? I gave them acting coaches from LA that they can go online. I gave them everything. I gave them plugs to photographers, different information that they could really take it and go somewhere and be successful. Because my biggest thing is, and I love Memphis. Everybody who knows me knows I love Memphis. But at the end of the day, if you're trying to be successful, I want you to do and feel what I felt. Because I've done all types of things. I've done TV and film. I have 7 shows I've been in. I have over 200 and some odd credits at this point in my career.
Come on, girl.
And so I want them to be able to be like, wow, I can do this. I can make good money if I train and get a job. And, there's so much money in entertainment that I try to tell them that if you really push and you can get an agent and make it, you can make a good $50K a week on a show.
She can say a year.
Not a year, a week on a show.
Now, listen. Now, I don't know if you know, but I am an accomplished actor.
Okay.
I am,
Lord.
and so I'm going to give you a shot to do an improvisation.
Oh Lord, don't sign
with
up
me,
now.
with me, and Kojak. And Angelica.
God.
Just a quick one. We're just gonna do it. Just so you lead the scene off. Any scene you want. I'm going to show you my acting skills.
Oh Lord,
Come on, just try me.
please
Just
don't
try
do
me.
it.
Just try me. Try me. Try me.
All of a sudden, we don't even have the lines or anything. We just come up with something.
We freestyling. Let's go.
You are crazy. I don't even know what
Improv. We're gonna do
I don't even.
Let me lead it off. Then.
Yeah, what scene are we doing? What are we doing? Like I said, preparation is first.
This is improvisation. So we're improvising.
You're experienced in
So
hot shows.
here we go, y'all. Here we go. Quiet on the set. Where's our
hot
little
show.
thing at? Our little snapper.
And action.
And action. Action. So I come home and ain't no dinner cooked. I'm gonna need you to fix that.
Oh, so you're married?
No.
No, so your hand.
No.
I
What's
need.
wrong with your hand?
I need
not
the
going
setup.
where
I
it's
need
supposed
the
to go.
setup. I need
Whatever
the
you-
setup. I need the setup.
No, you set it up. Whatever you make it. Let me do this line.
Start
Here we
again.
go.
Okay,
Here we
wait.
go.
Pause.
Okay. Quiet on the set.
And action.
Now, I go out and I work all day.
And
And I come home, the chillins, they running around with the diaper sagging. Ain't no dinner. What is the problem?
Hold on, brother.
First of all, there is no problem. I have been taking care of these kids all day. And Junior just got that diaper. So now you want me to just think that he was not going to have another one? I just changed it 2 minutes ago. What are you talking about, sir? Didn't you just come in this house? Have you looked into the kitchen to see if I made you anything?
Tell him, mama. Tell him. You tell him, mama.
Now,
Have you looked into
Tell
the
'em.
stove to see if I can made you anything yet, sir,
They
before
don't know
you
how
come
look
to
at
me?
nothing.
I looked in the stove,
Uh-huh.
and all I see is the remnants of the beans that you fed Junior.
And you know what? I thought you told me you were going to take me out tonight, so maybe that's why there's not anything there, sir.
Well, the problem is I already took out the side chick, and the side chick just showed up.
But
at the
see,
house.
now you came back in the house and told me that. I guess you want to go right back outside.
Tell him about your boyfriend, mama.
Tell about Uncle Charles, Mama. Uncle Charles be here during the day.
Way to go.
I mean, I can go all day. I just
Right.
need to set up. You know what I'm saying? I need to set
I
up.
was gonna be the friend over here.
That's why she get paid the big
Right,
bucks.
that's Junior's diaper still
Get paid
saying.
the big bucks.
Still saying. Right, that is too fun. That was fun. Thank you, sir. So you know, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. You know, of course, you know, it's competitive in that business. Hollywood is competitive, right?
Yeah, it is.
And so you know, we see now, and this is the most interesting phenomenon, right? Everybody's at war with everybody, right? So you see the rappers, obviously, you know, that's been going on, and I'm not talking about violent wars. I'm talking about on wax. You know, we got Chris Brown and Quavo. We got Drake and Rick Ross and Drake versus everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And we got now the comedians. The comedians are going in on each other, and even some of the actresses. You know, you had, of course, obviously complaints, you know, or concerns that were aired by Taraji P. Henson, saying that the black female actresses are not being paid their due. And let me tell you this. Let me say this with this statement / question. I think y'all are effing amazing. Right, real
You
talk.
didn't say the word.
Well, I'm trying to be nice. We got company, Angelica.
okay.
Let's be nice. Look, and so I think y'all are incredibly, absolutely amazing, and y'all make these movies what they are. You know,
Yes.
you look at your credits too, Hustle and Flow.
Come on now.
You know, you look at Rosewood.
Come on now.
You know, I can't remember what movie it was, but you was in a movie with Martin, and not was it not Martin or was it maybe I got it wrong,
Who's your
but
mom?
You got it wrong.
I got it wrong, but it was the first movie I saw, but it was a
Okay, so there's a lot of them. There's Hustle and Flow. There's Money Talks. There's
It's money.
there's
It was Money
How to
Talks.
be a
Who
How to
was
be
that?
a
Who was
player.
that in
There's
Money
Paid
Talks?
in Full.
Right.
There's
Come on,
I
roll
mean,
them credits. Roll them credits.
I can keep on
Roll
going.
that beautiful
Paid in
footage.
full now. That's my. That's
Yeah,
my.
you know,
That's
that-
my
yeah,
thing. Ace
I love
Boogie.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
on June. I
But-
walked
but-
in the door. They
Yeah.
and I was like, "Hey, he said you want to make some money." I said, "Come on in."
Come
Oh,
on,
you
man.
still remember the
Ace
lines?
Boogie.
Like 3 or 4 lines in that. That was
Ace
easy.
Boogie did something to my soul back then. I thought he was so fine.
But you know talk about that. You know,
I have so much to say. We have to do a part 2.
we're
But
happy to do a part two with you.
at the end of the day, it's a whole lot about this. That see, you guys see clips of stuff, right? But at the end of the day, it's so much of a discussion because I can use Hustle and Flow as an example. There is a contract that is in place that your agents, your managers, your whomevers have viewed, and at some point you've said yes to it. And I feel like, yes, there is. Okay, let me just start off by saying, yes, a lot, including myself, can be completely underpaid. But we make decisions off of what the project is that we decide that we want to be in them. I personally, again, this is just me speaking. I personally don't think that once I have signed the contract, because let's be clear, you know, I've done things like the Hughleys, and I've done things like All of Us, where I've seen that contract and I've made close to $40K a week, right? So I know how much that is. But if I decide to take on a independent project like a Hustle and Flow, that we all see our contract and it says we're going to get paid. And I've said yes to it. I have said yes to it. I have signed my name, because they always have a place for your agents or whoever to sign, and we sign our names too. I cannot, in my opinion, go back and be like, well, I didn't get paid enough and now I'm mad. There's been jobs that I won't take because we're having negotiations and they tell us how much it's going to be. You have to just be like, no, I can't do that then. I can't take that then.
Yeah.
I really want to be a part of this, but it's gonna hurt me when I'm just been there so long and it's 2:00 in the morning and I know I'm only gonna get such and such. You have to honestly, it's sad, but you do have to make that decision.
Yeah.
You either have to make the decision to sign on the dotted line, or you have to say, I can't do this.
And sometimes it's an investment, though. Am I correct?
Well, that's
you
what I'm
making an
saying.
investment
I
in
made
yourself
I
for
make
the
I
future.
made the investment to be in Hustle and Flow. One, because I know it was John's as a producer, and I looked at the page and said, "This is going to be amazing. I can tell it's going to be amazing." And again, you have to do that. You have to say, "Okay, is this going to be amazing?" Even though it's going to be like 15,000 or whatever it's going to be. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Or if you're looking at it and you go, ooh, 3 months, and I know that's how much it's gonna be. Know if I you really just have to really have to make that decision. I mean, the ongoing thing is, yes, all women, I'm not even gonna say black women, but all women in Hollywood get underpaid. The everywhere and every job, every job, every job, women in America, women are undervalued and underpaid. That part needs to be changed. Absolutely. You're even talking about the women who just got their contracts, the Angela Reese's and the Caitlin Clarks. That was disgustingly low. Disgustingly low. My point is, but you do it. Look, I mean, I don't know a lot about that industry, but I'll say then, she signs on the dotted line for the horrible contract because she wants to be in it. But see, now she knows that her agent can now go out there and get her that huge deal with Nike. The investment. You have to just go, okay. Yeah. I mean, but I will say this. Underpaid is 100% correct. Definitely needs to do better at that. But again, I personally feel like sometimes if you see this and you know what it's going to be, a year later to be like, oh, it wasn't enough. When you signed it, to me, just kind of doesn't make sense. To me.
My mama would say you have to count up the costs. You just gotta count up the costs and look at it. But I'm not an actor. I would be scared.
Oh, you're an actress. Oh no. Oh, she's an actress.
Yeah, she got some faith for you.
No, listen, but I would be scared.
What are we pulling out?
This is my pen. Okay.
Right.
To sign on a dotted line into a project that I will feel not of my caliber, or I wouldn't want to be stuck there. Because no, I want to use the examples. Are there people that you feel like have? I don't want to say Tubi either.
Just say what you're gonna say. Say what you're gonna say.
I ain't gonna get. He ain't gonna clip me saying.
Oh yeah, we clipping you anyway. So.
But I feel like sometimes we can settle, or not even the industry. There's things we can settle, or I'll say for me, for a client, right? I do PR. There's some people. Okay, I'm really not in their budget, but you kind of like, dang, I'm gonna go ahead and whatever. But I can't take too many of them because I'm giving off that energy like. This is what I accept. These are the kind of people I want to build.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You have to make those decisions for whatsoever comfortable for you, right? For you to sleep good at night and feel like you're okay with yourself. Now, Hustle and Flow, I definitely wanted to be in it. I'm from Memphis. Yeah. He came to me he being John Singleton, offered me the part because we already had worked together. I want to be in it. Yeah. I really didn't care about that part of it monetarily at all. I was like, dang, they're gonna shoot this in my hometown. I'm gonna be there.
Man, what?
Yeah.
That's it. And then you don't know if it's gonna blow up.
But again, it was more so when you're in that moment, because again, a movie's gonna take at least a year after you've shot it to be put out, right? It's not gonna come out right away. So you really have to just be like, this is what I'm gonna decide to do. And then after that, you can talk on it and you have the discussion, because I do appreciate the discussion. But you can't look back at what you already said yes to, knowing what it was when you signed on it to me, and be like, I mean, look, projects can be amazing, and they're probably doing them for a lower budget. Y'all just don't know it. It's a lot of amazing projects out there I can have to break it down. Like SAG has different tiers. That's the union for all actors in the business. SAG after SAG. Right. So at the end of the day, there can be a SAG low budget contract, which was Hustle and Flow. A lot of people do that because they know that the look, the cameras, the locations is going to cost them so much money. A lot of times you do projects. I'll give an example, like when I did Logan with Hugh Jackman, and I don't know everybody, and Marvel certified.
Right. Come on now.
Let them know.
Which is amazing. That was amazing.
Don't let that go over your head.
But yeah, so with that, it was a lot of well-known talent in it. Other than the leads, right? Yeah. So they did like a favorite nations amount. So we all made us favorite nations amount for the known talent. And then they try to do other things to make us happy. So, it also depends. Every production is different. I have no qualms about Logan because yeah, we had a favorite nations, but maybe they had steak and lobster every single day. They put us in the
Yeah.
classiest hotels that they could
The
find.
benefits.
Yes, we traveled around with Mercedes to set. Like I'm saying, they try to make it good. Like,
Yeah.
but again, they did. But every production is different,
Right.
you know. And
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
have to. Your gut is never going to get you wrong.
Yeah.
If you know you're the type of person after a couple months you're gonna feel like, why did I do this? You shouldn't do it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
That's an incredible breakdown. Look, y'all, when we come back, we're going to talk about Amanda Seals and Issa Rae. So we'll be right back. Don't disappear. We got Elise Neal in the building. You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. Welcome back to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. I got my lovely, lovely co-host in the building, Angelica Jelly Woods.
Yep,
She's the
Parkinson.
queen.
Yeah.
I have never seen a piece of thigh meat down to the bone.
Oh.
I've never seen that. I'm not being funny. I'm not being sarcastic. I've never seen it down to that bone, a thigh.
Man, look, listen.
It's little. It's just like I've never seen a thigh that little. What is
Easy.
it?
You're chicken
I'm not
shaming.
being. Y'all laughing.
She's
I'm
chicken
being so
shaming.
serious.
Chicken shaming. Shame on her for chicken.
I'm talking about
This is
you
a-
eating it.
Man, that thigh was good. I ain't gonna even front.
I know, I
You
never
and
seen
got-
it that
what is
low.
called? Thigh juice.
Thigh
or something?
thigh
Thigh
juice.
juice.
Now
Yeah,
thigh juice is down all the way left, but we ain't gonna go down there.
Thigh
Thigh
juice. I
sauce,
think I
hot
like that
thighs.
name better.
I
Thigh juice.
bet.
Wow.
DJ Kojak can build scratch it up for us.
Yeah.
DJ
Welcome to the Black Show. We eating chicken up in here.
Kojak. Look,
We eating chicken up in here.
yeah, we're breaking all stereotypes. Yeah, for black folks. At least Neil in the building.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Man, look, at least I mess with you. At least you the real deal. Seriously, you don't get your due for being Elise. You know.
Well, you know what's funny? I said this all the time because I'm an actor and I am very, 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 very like all about my craft. Y'all don't get to hear me talk a lot, so y'all don't know how crazy I am. Now you do.
Yeah, look, we really don't. You know.
Yeah,
'cause-
I'm getting ready to start a podcast though.
I
Just
love
so-
it. Okay, well,
That means we get to be on your podcast.
yeah,
Yes.
cool.
No, oh,
Yes.
get it on there now. You
Yes.
get it on there.
Yeah.
Yes, after I do about 50 episodes and get my whole
51?
get my whole story out there from my
Right.
voice. Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Come on and have fun.
Got that right.
Now, we'd be happy to produce
Come on
that
and have
podcast
fun.
for you.
But no,
You
I'm
know,
on
that's
Lee's
for
show.
us.
Look, I'm doing
Right.
Lee's show.
Hey, but now I got this credit, y'all. I got this credit that I can put on my resume that says I have acted in a scene with Elise.
No, you
Neal.
did not.
Oh, I did. Oh no,
yeah.
you got pulled into it. You did
Admit
it.
that.
It's done.
No, you
now.
did
And
not.
it's on tape.
And
Got
you
it on
and you
tape.
are still not a member of SAG, sir.
Right. Well, I am pro union, so we'll leave that at that. We'll leave that at that. Yeah. So at least you know, aside of amazing, you know, you are a great educator. Did you even know that you had that in you?
Honestly, I really didn't until, you know, people asked me to speak at certain things and it just comes from my mouth and to the microphone to my heart, from my heart. You know, I enjoy things like my master class and I enjoy at this point in my life helping the next Elise or Kevin find the steps that they can do what I did and give them that because it makes me feel good. You know, I'm very happy to do classes like that to show them what to do. And I want them to say in 6 months, be like, at least I got a new headshot and I got an audition.
Yeah.
I want to see
that
that
growth.
progression. I want to
Yeah.
see them believe in themselves and make it happen because I'm telling you, it's a lot of money out there.
Yeah. How can you build it independently? You know, like you got a lot of people like what's my guy, comedian from Atlanta that's doing all of the YouTube pieces and I look at my boy Big
DC?
Ja out in LA. No, what's his name? Country Wayne.
Oh,
Country Wayne and for, how can they build it independently? Because that's another trick,
Well,
right?
you know what?
That's another pathway, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But I don't know his story well enough because I don't like to speak on other people. But what I see is, you know, he knew that it was out there on YouTube. He got some people together to start doing skits and. Again, he had that core group of friends that were down to make something happen. And at first, they were not doing it for money. They were doing it because they really wanted to see something happen positive for themselves. And then he started paying people as the channels grew,
Right.
and they could make money. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You guys are in a position where you don't have to wait on nobody.
Right.
Whereas I had to wait to get on the train
Right.
in New York and go to the audition, and there was no internet and barely cell phones. Y'all got a cell phone that you can make a whole movie on your phone.
Yeah, isn't that incredible?
You
They
know,
still don't want to do the work though. You'd be surprised.
That's
they can
my
have all. They
problem.
don't
Like
want it.
Collier said, right?
Yeah, they still don't want to do
no,
nothing.
they do not. But see, again, that's why I was happy to have a sold out thing to see that there are people who want to learn, who want to do it. And I know that there's more out there. But see, you don't deal with the people who don't want to do it. You got to find that core people that want to.
Right. Did you see anything special in your masterclass? Anybody special that you said, whoa,
It was
this one
about 4
might have
people,
it.
to be honest with you, because
Yeah.
it was about 35 people there.
Right.
Because we oversold. It was only supposed to have been 20, 25.
Right.
But yeah, it was a couple people there that I said, okay. When they were doing the scenes, I was like, that person has it. That person has it. Absolutely.
Did you tell them afterwards though? Because I
No.
know that. Oh,
Because see, I didn't want to do that in front of the other.
well, not in front of other people, but I'm sure that would have lit their.
I think one person would. I didn't want to do that in class.
Right. Gotcha.
But I think one person knew because See, I'm telling myself. So at the end of it, they had done the scene that I gave them. It was a scene from Jerry Maguire, by the way. That's what we were doing. And so I said I wanted to do it for them because I had them all do it. So I was like, okay, let me do it. And so I called the person up there. I was like, he was really good. I called him up to do the scene with me.
Right. Okay. Oh, I know that. Woo, they had to make it. Yeah. So when are we doing the next master class? Because I'm going to enroll in
And
seriously.
how can they get in contact or how?
Yeah, so-
Well, that's a little premature. We're gonna get that at the end, but I just want to know when she's
she
gonna
wanna
do
make sure.
the next master class stuff.
Okay, well, right now I don't know when I'm gonna do the next one. We're still recovering and we need some sleep from the
Right.
last one. It was just last Saturday.
Right.
But you got to follow me on Instagram of the verified page, the verified page,
Yeah, we'll hook that up too.
at Elise Neal. And then if you want to follow me on my Facebook fan page, which is official Elise Neal, also verified. I love TikTok. I'm on TikTok as Elise Neal ENT. That one is also verified.
Okay.
Any of my verified pages, if I'm doing something, I'm going to post it on there.
Yeah. Okay. That's what's up. So you don't want them jumping in your DM asking about this.
No.
Yeah, right. Because
No.
you got enough.
I mean, they do.
You got enough traffic
They
in your
do.
DM as it is,
It's
right?
it's kind of it's funny. I'll say that. I'll just say that it's funny.
Right.
But yeah, they still do it. I mean, even after the class, they still do it.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's like the proper way is the proper way. Like follow and find out when I'm doing another one if you're serious. And we also had it online too, so I'll do it again online as well. So you don't have to get up out in the car and everything. You can just click online, join in. Yep.
So our fans, some of them they're gonna be trying to jump in your DM. I'm just letting you know that.
I mean, it happens
And so
all the time.
Let's put it out there. So some of them are from Memphis, and would you date a dude from Memphis?
I would. It's a lot of circumstances that would have to be in place that are correct.
What are those circumstances?
Well, we have to get
It's the-
along.
It's the
Maybe she's so PR trained. Don't make no sense.
I done did this way too long. I done did this
so-
way too long.
Right. So okay.
Way
so what
too
does
long.
that look like?
We would have to get along.
Okay.
We would have to have similar interests. I like to hang out. I like to giggle. I like to have fun. I like basketball. I like beautiful, sexy dinners. I like to get dressed up for a sexy
you're
dinner.
romantical.
I'm a Pisces.
Oh.
I'm very romantic. I do feed my gentleman if we're in a real relationship. Because I'm still Southern, so I do know how to cook. I do not cook for everyone.
Okay.
But if we're in a relationship, yeah, and they ask me, I'll do it. Absolutely. I'll cook, holiday dinners from scratch. I do all of that stuff.
What's a deal breaker for you?
Just maybe lying. Too much lying. Too much
You
lying.
said too much, so it's
Too much lying.
Is some
Listen,
tolerable?
there's not a day that goes by that everybody doesn't tell like a little bit of something. A little something. I'm on the way, and you're at home.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
what I'm trying to say.
Way right there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Kojak looking like that because Kojak
Right down the street.
There's little things
Right.
that you just be like, okay, you're not, but that's what I'm saying by little lies. You get over that.
Right.
But yeah, just like blatant lies about, who you are, what you have. I don't like stuff like that. But I like to have fun. I like us to be entertained. I don't like us to always be home. Now I can have a Sunday in the house, just kicking it with our feet up, but I do not like to be in the house all day. Life is too short.
Oh, that's interesting. So would you consider yourself an extrovert?
No, but life is too short though.
Yeah,
I want to
it's
get
too much to see.
experiences.
Yeah.
I want to go to concerts. Like, if Maxwell's in town, I want us to get dressed up and go to the Maxwell concert. I want us to be able to do both. I want us to have fun or kick it at the house, but I want us to be like, well, I just want to stay home. I'm going to be bored.
Yeah.
Would you date a working class man? Let's say he didn't make the money that you make. Would you?
No, Parkinson.
What?
I'm just messing with you.
Well, I've done that.
I'm interested
No,
to know that.
that's a
And
good question.
so is every other man that's watching right
That's a good question.
Right,
I've done that. I've done that, and again, as you guys, if you're listening to me, I don't judge people.
Right. Yeah.
But every man is not the same. But I have done that, and it did not go well because they were jealous.
That's incredible.
They
Incredibly.
can't handle.
That is the strangest thing to me. You have a woman that's getting the bag, and you get jealous of that.
Yeah.
Well,
Man,
because a lot of
I'll
men
be-
feel like, and I'm very much a soft, feminine type of girl. So I'm not like to anybody. But at the end of the day, if what I do and what I've accomplished makes you feel less than, then you need to find someone else that you're not feeling
Thank
less
you.
than. Because I'm not going to change who I am.
Don't
Right.
shrink to fit.
I mean, at this point, it's not even me trying to change. It's like this is who I am.
Yeah.
And most of the world kind of knows that's who I am. So yeah, if you felt like you could do this and you were not going to feel that way, you should continue to feel that way. Like I don't really
Keep
change
the
up that
same
much.
energy.
Keep
But
the same energy.
But
That's
that can happen also with dating somebody in the industry too. I mean, but in your have you run into things like that in you
well,
know,
okay. So what I'm saying is this though. Okay, say it's a regular guy and we're dating and he starts to feel jealous. My point is I came into the relationship as my whole self. I am Elise Neal. I do TV and film. I do have to learn lines. I do have to go to sets. I do work with a lot of guys that other people will think are hot. I don't date actors. So I say that off top. I do not date actors.
why is that?
That's where I work. So I don't play around where I work. I don't care what they look like, you know. Listen, I do the Black Hamptons and the women be in my DMs about Lamont Rucker.
Yes.
They be in my DMs. Tell him I said,
This,
tell him I said I
I
love
love
him
that
so
show.
much. I'm just saying, but like so but that's my friend. Like I don't date where I work. I'm very strict on that. Like
Right.
he just like he like the homie to me. Like all of
Right.
those guys are like
So
homies
you know,
to me.
friends on Lamont Rucker.
But
Friend
we've
zone.
been friends. He's got a beautiful wife
Right.
and a cute little kid.
Right.
And it's like we go to work and we giggle and we have fun and we have great energy together. But like, yeah.
Can I tell you just a quick? You know, I don't know if you remember me talking about, but me being in the music business, right? And one time we were in Palm Springs at one of the conferences, and it was I can't remember which movie it was. Gabrielle Union's first movie with what's the guy named that played in Boys in the Hood? What's his name?
Cuba Gooden?
No,
No,
Chocolate
I
Dude.
ain't talking about
Morris
Chestnut.
Chestnut.
Morris Chestnut.
He's so beautiful.
He
Yeah,
about
but-
short. He's short too.
He's not really.
No,
that
he
short.
is not.
No,
Oh,
he's
short.
not. I was standing next to him.
Don't lie on my
No.
friend.
I see him in person too.
No, he's
No,
not
he's
short.
not
He
short.
is not short.
Not Morris. It's somebody else.
Okay,
Okay.
see, you over there
You know
telling
you get
stuff.
flipped on that. Look,
Tell us
look,
stuff.
look.
I'm like, I don't.
Right, right.
You're
Yeah.
talking about
Short
Amari.
person.
You're
talking
talking
about
about
Will
Amari.
Power.
Short.
Yeah.
Yes,
No shot.
he's smaller. Yes.
So anyway,
Smaller.
right. She's so
PR.
funny. She's so funny.
He's
So anyway, so we're
Great actor though,
Right.
Amari. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in the Palm Springs Desert Resort, right? And we're poolside, and Def Jam got this soundtrack on. The brothers, Gabrielle Union and Morris Chestnut, whatever the first movie was.
I don't know.
Whatever it was. Well, anyway, she was new. I think it was her first movie, so she was new. So we're all at poolside. We're sitting at the table, and she gets up, and I had to get up, and so I was going to the bathroom. So whatever, ran back into her before we got back to the tables, right? And I'm talking to her, right? And I'm looking at her, I'm about to holler, right? Man, she's gorgeous, right? And
She's beautiful.
She's sweet too. Very, very
That's
kind.
one of my friends.
She's very kind. And look, I'm holding her hand. She let me hold her hand. I'm holding her hand, talking to her, and I look at her face, and it's so freaking flawless. I forgot what I was about to say.
You froze.
So I frozen like Mitch McConnell. Right, and I'm like,
Mitch McConnell.
and she patted me on my hand. That's okay, babe. And look, we just walked on back to the table. Okay, I fumbled the bag. With Gabby. She wasn't even married at that time. But anyway, that's my Gabrielle Union story.
Yeah,
But
she's
she was
beautiful.
very sweet.
And I'll say this. A lot of people say she's a mean girl and all this stuff, but y'all don't know her. At the end of the day, I can say something. Because I like to counter it, because if I know, I'll counter it. So Gabby and I've known each other a long time, but one of the things that really solidified how I knew she was just genuine. So I have one of my niece who was studying to be a doctor. So I'm so proud. She's now a doctor, but she was at a school in Cleveland when Dwayne was playing in Cleveland. And so my sister was coming and we were all going to come out there to hang out with my niece. And I know Larry, who does her hair, because he used to be a dancer, as y'all know. I know all the dancers. So I asked Larry, I said, hey, Larry, I'm coming out there. I know my sister wants to get to the game. He said, anyway, this woman calls me, leaves a text. Hey, when you coming out there? Okay, I want to meet your niece. Da 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 da. And I was like,
Yeah, come on.
you know what I'm saying?
It was.
Come on now. Come on now. So she definitely was like, where's she at? Like, we went to the game. She got us tickets, took them backstage and whatever. And they met each other at halftime.
Yeah, that's
She's a
awesome.
great person.
But that's the type of support that we should all be doing
Yes.
for each other.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
I mean, a lot of people like to say a lot of things, so I like to, if I know the truth, I like to counterbalance
But
it.
I'm empathic, and when I met her, her energy was incredibly
Amazing.
sweet. I mean,
She's
just
so
sweet,
beautifully flawless in the face.
humble.
It's crazy.
Yes, she's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah, she's absolutely amazing. So are there you look at the situation with what's my girl Amanda Seals and Issa Rae that's happening right now, and and
Well,
to
I'm
me-
not touching it.
Right, yeah, and you don't have to, but we'll talk around you. We'll talk around you. But look, to me it was petty though. You talk about okay, I wouldn't let in this party, and a lot of that to me is a little bit superficial. And where are there any boundaries? Are there any spaces? I grew up in LA, so I know what LA is like, right? And a lot of times LA can be plastic, and superficial. But are there any are the real relationships there? Do the real relationships exist? And to where it's just when you strip all of the titles away and all of the credits away, and you're not, let's say you're not that person that you were in the industry, are those relationships still strong enough and bound to where people are not walking away just because they
At the end of the day, it's like, just like we just talked about, people gonna be people. You could be the person that works at the grocery store that don't like the other supervisor or whatever. It's people.
Yeah.
And so if you find some great people who know you feel comfortable sharing your experiences with, that's what it's about in whatever industry that you're in. You got to find people that you vibe with. Everybody don't vibe. I don't like everybody. Everybody don't like me. You don't like everybody. Everybody don't like you. It's life. It's life. And those certain people just don't vibe, and that's okay. But you just got to find the core people that you like, that like you, and you move through your life like that. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Who's your favorite artist right now? What you listening to?
I listen to so much, but
I knew you was gonna say that. But who would
you know who I like? Because I don't know a lot about her beginning, but I'm loving the Tyler.
Oh yeah,
I'm loving that album is amazing. In the gym, I'm always in the gym.
Yeah,
that album is amazing.
So Tyler comes from the
South Africa.
But yeah, and where their genre is Amapiano, not Afrobeats, but Amapiano. Yeah, Amapiano is it's my favorite genre of music actually, and it's big. People don't realize. See, we get what we get in America, but when you travel internationally,
Facts.
And you see what's happening out there in the rest of the world, it's a whole.
That's why I'm
world
so
out there.
grateful that I've been able to go to so many
What a
different
blessing.
countries
Yeah.
and see them, and been to Brussels and been to Paris 5 times or
Yeah.
whatever. Like
Yeah.
it's like I have a different appreciation. Oh my goodness, I've been to Japan. Is amazing.
I lived in Japan for a year.
Woo.
Yes, it is incredibly amazing.
I mean, this United States is gross in comparison.
No, real talk.
It's
Seriously,
so clean there. It's so
seriously.
crazy. They walk around they have a subway system. This is what just blew my mind. They have a subway system, and you see these people with white gloves in the subway, and you're just like, oh, this is cute. They got these people down here. And then all of a sudden the subway comes, and you're like, what are these people doing there? And then they just literally, with the gloves, push everybody onto the train.
Right, yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's what they're here for. It's like crazy.
Right.
But it's spotless. It's like no
Yeah.
dirt anywhere.
No, seriously.
Anywhere, ever.
It looks like a
ever.
cartoon.
It looks like a fake city.
Yeah,
It's
if you go to,
That's his bro.
okay, if
Okay.
you go
You're
to,
taking your balls out.
okay, if you go to Japan, and you've gone to a park in Japan, it literally looks like an anime cartoon.
Wow.
Not a blade out
Screensaver.
of place. I'm serious.
so serious.
You would think you stepped into a Twilight Zone for real. It is incredibly
Spotless.
spotless, incredibly clean.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're back. Yeah. So that part, that part,
Really?
right? But
Talk it to yourself.
but y'all watch this Amapiano genre
Yeah.
because it's coming, and they are doing. I got hip to it. Maybe 2 years ago, and started watching them on YouTube doing their rooftop sets in South Africa and stuff like that. And then me and Kirsten, we went to Tanzania, and so we were on the plane. There's these two female DJs. They call TXC.
I know that.
Right. Yeah. Shout out to TXC. We got on the plane
Nice.
in Kenya. And here these ladies come, they get on the plane, right? They're DJs, they're incredible too. They
big
numbers, right? They're sisters,
Okay.
right? And I say, Kirsten, that's my daughter, my youngest daughter. She's about 17. I said, Kirsten, is that TXE? She said, ask him, Dad. Right.
Yeah, just
I'm,
go
like,
and
I'm not
ask.
about to ask them that. She said, TXE. They was like, hey. Yeah, but you know, it's watch that genre. Tyler is coming from that genre of music, and you know, build your playlist right now and say you was part of it when it got here. But it's huge.
That's great. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
her music a lot. You know, I mean, it depends on what I'm doing, but yeah,
It's a
I like
vibe.
I like to be in the gym listening to old Jay-Z.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of those people. I like my old school hip hop when I'm working out. And
Is
stuff
that what
like
you work out to?
Well, I work out a lot, so it's like that's what comes to my mind, like what I work out to.
Really? I work out to slow music. My
The
brother said
producer
I was
said
strange.
any Memphis
Seriously.
artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Any Memphis artists. That's what Auntie had.
I like Glow.
Glow?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
I like
Glow.
Glow.
Yeah,
I like
Glow.
Glow. I
That's
like
a good
Glow.
workout song.
Yes, I like her music a
Lot of
lot. I like
energy.
just anything with energy. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah. So at least
Yes.
what is next for you? What's next?
Okay, so what's next is I'm gonna be back here again because I'm gonna shoot a film here. That's the next on the list. I'm checking them all off.
Come on, lick something for
So-
us. What film is it? What's the name? What's the film about?
I can't tell you
Just tell us.
everything,
Okay.
but you know it's gonna be positive and a lot of fun and get a lot of jobs to people in the city. There's a lot of talent here, and that's my mission now. Like if I'm not doing something myself, or I got to go back and shoot another season 3 of the Black Hampton soon.
Clear
So,
throat. Clear throat.
But
Right.
yeah, my mission when I'm not working is to find those things to help the city and bring it back to that fun energy and love of entertainment that I had when we did Hustle and Flow.
You know, with your workshops, you know, you're it could a byproduct of that could be, you know, finding that talent, right? Have you ever considered setting up an agency
Or school.
You know, I haven't thought about an agency, but part of me is thinking like maybe there's a show involved where I take the talent and show them what to do. I'm always thinking about capitalizing. So, yeah, so maybe it's something like that. So also it's a way to also quickly get Memphis talent on the map because I'm doing it, but you know, it's not on television. But I think in that way. I'm thinking because I'm trying to help them be able to financially support themselves in the arts. So I'm thinking, maybe I do it and broaden it and make it a television show. But again, I want to shoot a movie here. It's a movie that I co-wrote with. The ladies may know who Robin Thede is from a Black Lady sketch show. That's one of my long-term friends. So we have a cool project that we're working on, and that's going to be one of the things I'll do here. Yep.
So are you going to send me a script so I can come and
Oh,
read for
Lord,
you?
you know the
so
band.
look, I've already showed you what I can do now, so don't get it twisted. Look, got me messed up, but look.
You're not in the union, sir. I'm going to keep bringing it back.
Right.
That's
But, you know, I
excuse
love
you
your
in the
pro-union
union.
stance. Seriously, real talk.
No, you
though.
can't be.
That-
Okay, let me
come
just
on,
say
talk
this
about
on. Let
it.
me just
Yeah.
say this on the air.
Yeah.
Everything y'all watch on television is with all of those great actors are union projects, right? The Black Panthers, the what I just spoke on, the Marvels. This is union talent. It's union gaffers, it's union producers, it's union directors, it's union set people. It's everybody is union. That is how it's done. And yeah, people can shoot something on their phone and their friends and stuff. But if you're trying to sell something, you have to have a union project.
Tell us why that is so important.
It's important, one, because again, everything is unionized. So you're not going to be able to sell it. You have producers and TV, that's all insurance and stuff like that. So they can't put on, say me and you decide tomorrow, oh, okay, I met you. And then, you know what, let's just go ahead and do this short.
Let's do it. I've been
Okay.
waiting for. I've been
So
waiting for
so
this.
what's going to happen? You're going to do this short. You're not going to be union. You're not going to be union, right? And then we're going to have to try to figure out how we're going to sell it. Who we going to sell it to?
Tubi?
Maybe. But maybe that's my point, because you have to have, everything is unionized. So if you're
Right,
not
I got you,
union,
I got
you can't sell it. If you
Can't
do something with
mix
your
friends.
friends and all that stuff, you can't sell it. I want everybody to get paid. I'm about showing people ways to be in this business and get paid, not just do it for fun.
Yeah. And let me tag on to that. So the reason why, first of all, I'm pro-union. I was union as a firefighter for more than 25 years. So, you know, the part of it is keeps the safety on the set.
That part.
You know, they fight for the safety of the workers, fight for fair pay.
Mhm.
You know, for those actors and actresses and the support system,
Supporting
around it,
cast. Mhm.
right? And you know, and make sure that you know people are not taking advantage of
Exactly.
these working people.
Somewhere
These
to
people are
protect
working.
you
Yes.
in all ways. You know, that's just a way to be
Yes.
protected. Because if not, you're just out there, wow. just out there trying to figure it out, and you can't get anything sold if it's not part of the union.
Yeah, awesome. At least now tell
Yes.
them how to get in touch again. One more again. You know, outside of
Okay.
jumping in your DM. right.
Because I'm not gonna listen, because it's gonna get blocked.
I love blockers.
Okay. Yeah. So my Instagram is @EliseNeal, again verified. I know the Memphis people love some Facebook. I don't, but anyway, my Facebook is official Elise Neal. That is my fan page on Facebook. And if you love TikTok like I do, I like to get into the dances and have fun. It is Elise Neal ENT. That is also verified.
Awesome.
All right,
Y'all, we love Elise Neal. Y'all give it up for Elise Neal.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
And you know, you are welcome anytime that you want to
Okay,
come
thank
back. You know,
you.
so anything that you're working on, you know, use this as a vehicle.
Thank
to talk
you.
about it. Let's
Thank
help
you.
get
Yeah,
the
it
word out.
was amazing. We had a sold out crowd, and literally that was just last weekend, y'all. So
Yeah.
give me a minute, and we'll put another one together.
We'll give her a couple of days, y'all.
Everybody waiting for that. Everybody waiting for that second.
Yeah.
Yes.
So look, you have been watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. Just real quick, you know, next month, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. We are doing the whole month on mental health. So make sure you tune in. We're going to get rid of that stigmatism with Black folks and mental health. And so like, follow, share, subscribe. You have been watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. We will see you next week.
Thank